A few weeks ago, we've released our navigation tool. And when I looked at the tool, I thought it's pretty easy. Rather than doing a full tutorial, let's just show some ideas of what is possible. Well, a few of you have actually asked, but how do we use the tool? So I'm going to try to recreate one of the designs that I showed off in the previous tutorial so that it kind of gives you a bit of a guide on what are all the steps. It might or might not look exactly like the previous tutorial, but let's give it a go. All right, let's take it step by step. First of all, to access the settings, I need to go in the site-wide settings, click on site, and then head to navigation. I'm going to start with changing the background color. Here I click background, and just so that we're clear on what is what, I'm going to add a background first on the banner so we see what it does. Cool. Background color of the banner, removing that. Now I'm going to change the background of the links. You see what it does. I'm going to remove that, and now the background color of the dropdown. Sweet. I'm actually going to keep this color for the background of the dropdowns, and I'm also going to make the color of the links the same. Cool, I like that. Now I want to add a bit of padding to this background. So to do that, I'm going to go in spacing, and I am going to go under links. And here I can add some padding, horizontal padding. Oh, you can see how this has now flicked underneath. That's easy to adjust. I'm going to go under banner, and I can make the width of the banner wider. That makes it easy. Back to the links, I've added paddings horizontally, and I'm going to add some padding vertically. There we go. That looks good. Sweet. Now let's go back. I'm now going to change the font color. So for the links, I want the color to be actually white. There we go. I like that. And let's see, what else am I going to do? I'm now going to change the border radius. I want rounded corners on these links with a little tweak. So first of all, I can make this 100 pixel, so full round. And I'm going to do the same for the drop down. So you can see how it does that. I'm actually going to try to keep the same border radius here as there. So yeah, about there. That feels good. Now back to the links. Here's where we add a little bit of pizzazz. When on hover, I want one of my corners on the links to actually go like this. So when I'll be hovering, it will do that. Sweet. Drop down. I think what I had done was also on hover, I want this to happen. Yeah, I think it was something like that. We're going to roll with that. It looks good. Okay, so you can see what happens here. It's great. Now back to navigation. I actually realized that I want to add some background color that will be different on hover. So I'm on the links. The color is currently this dark green. And on hover, I wanted to change and go to this light green. Great. Now I'm going to go out of hover mode. And on my drop downs, I want something different on hover mode. I want the links color. So the links color are these ones over here, rather than the drop down color is that whole box. But I want every individual link to have a different color on hover. And I like this red. Great. Now I want this red to actually also have rounded corners. So I'm going to go back to border, under drop down, and I get out of hover mode, and I'm going to make this rounded so that when I hover, you can see what it does. Sweet. What else had I put? yes. On hover, I can also change the color of the font if I'd like on the drop down. If I, rather than being white, let's say I want it to be this dark green. Great, looks good. And okay, I think that's pretty good. I quite like that. Let's apply it. And now we have this very funky menu. I hope it's helpful. I hope it gives you a bit more of a guide on how to use this tool. And let us know in the comments what you thought. And I wish you a great rest of your day.